Check, check. Mike? What's up, Noah? How are you, bud? Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Hey, Scamp. Big Show. How are you guys all doing? Feels like one of my streams with you three guys there right away at the start. Hey, Telvin, and Telvin as well. How are you, Telvin? No, I'm on the Champs account. I already ran Balor for Stip. He's the MVP of the new Stips. I think everyone should probably take him bronze, at least 6-star bronze. He gets through them super fast. Leaderboarding isn't worth the time, in my opinion. You know, like, you get almost the same amount of points for 500th as you do for, like, 10th. So, yeah, I just try to bang my Stips out fast. Balor 3-starred everything for me today on my account super fast. So I just have them up to continue to show people. What's the build? Just 2 clicks, super fast. These two, repeatedly. Here. Also, how are you, Scotty? Hope you're having a good day, Scott. I was talking to you earlier. I'm pretty sure you are. Gungi, how are you? So I actually just run these 2 moves and don't worry about the rest. Waller is really good too for this one. Absolutely. Waller would be really good. And then personally, what I run is not that. What I run for Stippy boys is generate and destroy multiplies. So Moshy Mosh. Here. With max tour perks, then the blue starts loaded turn 1. So you literally can you can 3-star without using props if your enforcer's maxed. And this one, if you have him, here I would use Taker. And you can make 36 and destroy 36 each time out. What's up, Akram? Wilpus, Southside? Good feud, Wilpus. Saw you had a really nice score. What'd you end up, like 14th or something? Southie side. Always good to see South side with the Hyper Tiger. Hi, Ihigo. How are you? Did I say hi? Corey! Yeah. How are you, Corey? Boy, how about Funk with the moments, guys? Yeah, thanks, dude. I was right down to the wire. 15 minutes left, I snagged it. I was like, I woke up in 36th, and I'm like, I don't know if I can get to 20th, but I'm gonna try. Almost finished 21st again. Spider Guard, how are you? Good to see you, Spider Guard. Oh. I don't do it very often, so once in a while I don't mind feuding. NXT moment, then the Acolyte moment, then the Funk moment. Right on, Noah. How are you, Akram? Hello. I don't know if I'm saying your name right either, by the way. But yeah, that's how I would run Balor for Stippy Stips. And how I do, if you have it. I mean, if you don't have Santa, then you can start turn 2 or use a prop or take one of these 2 out and use Lawler. Probably take one of these 2 out and use Lawler for most people is probably the best route. But yeah, he 3-starred it all for me today. He did pretty much everything last time. I used him primarily because he's so fast. I just click the 2 moves. I don't worry about ranking. Just try to get through it quickly. Because Stip is really good, actually, right now, in my opinion. It seems like this is going to be the cycle. If it is, Balor's certainly going to be MVP because he can do all the colors decently. Hey, great. How are you, bud? And Teo, what is good? This is not where the Stip is. Make sure you get your Chainsaw Charlie if you haven't. Terry Funk's awesome. But, like, I'm a fan of these in particular. Being able to get these every day at this price, Marquee, I was able to clear it all out, all of it. Like it takes 300 tickets to clear all of it 10 times each mode. So I made nearly 100,000 Marquee points. Yeah, ranking doesn't make sense to me, right? But playing it does make sense. Spent the morning with your grandkids? That's awesome, dude. How old are your grandkids? How many you have? That sounds like a good morning. And I like the chance to get the plates because I'm missing some of the plates. So also the straps show up here a lot of times. The straps are huge for affiliation if you can get them for the promoters. Is there anyone in the stream that doesn't know what an affiliation strap is? Because I feel like I've been hearing about a lot of people that don't think affiliation straps are good and don't know what they do. It's okay if you don't. What's up, Vern? How are you, buddy? Good to see you again today, Vern. Zandel, did I say hi? Or did I just think about saying hi to the asylum? If you guys don't know, Zandel is a professional wrestler. Right, Scott? That's why I'm asking. Professional wrestler goes by the name Asylum. And AK6, how are you, buddy? If you guys never heard the story about how Zandel and I met, one thing we have in common is we both love Miley Cyrus. The way I tell the story, I was at the Miley Cyrus concert because my wife wanted to see it, but let's be real. It was a party in the USA, and I wanted to be there. Speaking of party in the USA, had like front, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, front row seats, etc. And when Party in the USA came on, I looked over and I saw like the largest man I'd ever seen in my life jamming out to Miley. And it was at that moment I knew Zandel and I were going to be like best friends. That's where I met Zandel. Forever buddies because of Miley. I'm trying to convince him to make his ring entrance music a Miley song. Affiliation straps are amazing. Especially that Southside. 4 grandkids, 1 month, 7 month, 3-year-old, 6-year-old. Wow. That sounds like a lot of work. Like, the 3 and 6-year-old not as bad because they're not in diapers. Unless you can just hand them back to mom and dad when they have full diapers. Then we both went home to play. No, neither of us like the Xbox 360. It is an epic origin story, Noakes. Yeah, so, hey Adkins, how are you? Did I miss anyone else coming in? I think I got everyone else. I don't think I said hi to you, Noakes, but hi. Hi. Yeah, Funk with the Moment was pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. 3 girls and a 7-month-old as a boy. Dang. So yeah, I got some roster review today at some point. What's up, 33 Spec? We're gonna do roster dive at some point. We can talk about Boss if you guys want. Powerhouse Ray, if you have his gear, is gonna absolutely wreck this boss's face. I think 3 billion. Turn 1 is entirely doable. Yeah, restate today. I think 3 billion is entirely doable turn 1 with Powerhouse Ray, Zombie Ray with gear, by the way. I am too. This is the first blue non-nerfed jug boss we've had since the last time we were able to use Ray like at 5-star gold, I think. Because that's when I did my boss video with Ray at 5-star gold. I think 6-star bronze might have been the cap then. I'm also surprised they didn't nerf jugs. Because, I mean, you can get Ray 800%. Yes, AK6. I did. So, I think Ray will be able to do 3 billion net gold with a good setup in boss with his gear. With his gear. I'm assuming since you started out asking about a giveaway, Akram, you're going to be waiting a while. For sure. For me to do a giveaway. I can't tell you exactly when I'll be doing a giveaway, but I can tell you it'll be a very long time until I do one. But I can't tell you exactly when. But it won't be anytime soon. So, who else do we like for boss? I mean, the blue boss, I'm gonna like Waller. Waller's got some multiply gems. Obviously, Dragonoff would be nutty. Yeah, Grayson Waller with blues will be good. So Brett will be really good at the shield and be strong triple green. And really, you know, you really only need these two moves though. Throw these, hit this, swipe, reload. You know what I mean? Any 3 match will reload it, but Brett will be very, very good. Focused in general will be good. Waller will be very good. No. I'm doing well, Sean. How are you? Cody will be very good. Ilya would be very good. I think we're doing pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know. I got sidetracked. Sorry. This is Merrick's was messaging me. Who else will be super good in this one? Rocker. Okay. Great. Okay. I don't know. Does Dusty do blues? I don't even remember. I still don't have him. I think he does greens, right? Does he do blues? Who's got oh. Dusty will probably be good then. Blue gem damage by 7%. 7%. 200%. What else? Oh, so he could probably do some things. Bet he makes multiplies yellow. Can he make the multiplies blue? Guess he's got to choose. His sub leaves multiplies. Yep. Biggins. Guess you could choose into those multiplies, I suppose. This also makes multiplies here. We don't really want to do yellow. This is kind of funky, though. I don't have Dusty, so... And this is botches to blue. Interesting. Okay. Botches to blue. But it's a big buff. I mean, this is the whole board, right? I suppose this would be the whole board. Then if you had a blue to green plate, So that's one way. You could probably maybe choose into the multiplies too. Yeah, it's dirt slow. Yeah, I don't have Dusty. I don't know. So, okay, I'll take your word for it, Chris. Dirt slow. Okay. Waller should be really good. Because you can just keep hitting it, and hitting it, and hitting it, stacking it, right? This sort of do jobby, right? Boom, boom, boom. This should be like this. You're not placing anything. You're not placing anything. You're not placing anything. I would say Waller would be exceptionally good with the dog ear gremlin plate. It just keep getting bigger, yeah. Waller should be very good. As Waller has to be like consistently one of the better boss cards. Yeah, this is very runnable. Consistently one of the better boss cards in the game, I think. Sorry, we're on the official channel posters. Don't find me for Bo. I would say consistently one of the better ones. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm a big Waller fan, though, for boss. It's interesting. As much as I hate subs for feud, I love them for boss. They're really good in boss. You don't have Waller? Really great? Oh, yeah. Okay. Who-ish? What's up, kid? How are you, bud? Yeah, Waller's really good on green. Yeah, he'll be awesome on the shield this time too. Fan vote discussion? No, I was waiting for more people to get in here, and then I was gonna go on a semi. I don't know. I feel like I should do like a video on this, as many people don't understand the power of 4 times affiliation straps. So, I mean, guess who's here? I think Smiley's here. I'm here. Kid's here. Did I say hi, kid? Hi, kid. Hi, Smiley. Hey, Cactus. How are you, bud? Who else do we like for blue? I think that's it for focus. If you guys feel like I missed anyone focus, CM Punk, random but okay-ish. I won't say great, but you know, okay-ish. Did I miss anyone you guys were thinking and focused would be awesome for blues? And Snowfalls? I think these three. Him. Is ish. Yeah, Sean. Yeah, let me look at the fan voting again. Where is it? See if it's updated. Fan voting. There's a button for this. You know, I can't find fan voting on the site either. That's amazing. Dashboard. How am I? There it is. I say, how am I so blind? 64% would rather have 130% gem damage. Genderless. That wouldn't be any class, though. That would just be male or female of a specific class. 36% would rather have a 4 times affiliation strap. I'll tell you right now, if I could pick any 4 times affiliation strap in this game, I think I'd probably do it for Sherry. With how many people use multiply, it would be really close between Sherry and for IOW Charlotte, so I could use 4 showboats in feud. Yeah, pretty much, Chris. Pretty much. Santa Hogan's another good one. I actually have gotten to be able to not need Santa Hogan in a lot of my builds. So that's been nice. I feel like I'm short on Sherry all the time. I mean, really, though, I want one for Santa Hogan, too. Santa Hogan, Sherry, all the dual MP trainers, all the MP trainers, all of the IOW feud promoters. Yeah. So that's not much to ask for, but especially Showboat right now. I would love Showboat and maybe Tech soon. Hmm. I have a two times for Z Gunther. I wish I had a two times for Sherry. Really bad. I have a two times for Braun, Mello, Roxanne, and Zombie Gunther. And Matt. But I can't get one for Sherry. Sean! Fish can't. How are you, buddy? How are you? Oh, that's funny. Did I go to aggressive yet? No. What's up, Bunders? You have one for Sherry? Nice. I feel like this is just disappointing, even for this boss. It's agreed. It's not really a big deal if you can get 100% already. I agree. It's nice, but like it's not affiliation times four nice. If I remember right, there wasn't a lot of great blue aggressive options other than that. We've had four in the past and 130 in the past, Bunders. My feeling is like this is trying to decide maybe what to sell. These are very high ticket items. Think they'll ever change feud to not need a feud buddy? I want to say no, kid, because I don't know. I want to say no. That would be really interesting. Though, I mean, it would take away some stuff because I've feuded with my feud buddy for years now, and I feel like I would miss that a lot. I know I would miss that a lot. At the same time, it's nice to go at your own pace and not have to worry about getting when you're not like. I can't tell you how frustrating it is when you're chasing and somebody with a 100K roster joins you working on their CSS and taking 20 freaking minutes when you're trying to make the top 20 and you cleared your line in 5 minutes and it takes them 20 minutes to kill 3 people. That's insanely frustrating. Well, there's a couple people I wanted to shoot this weekend. Not literally, but definitely not literally. I shouldn't say that in this day and age, even like that. There's a couple people I was really frustrated with. Really frustrated with this weekend. Yes, that Chris. It would be fun. It would be. The thing I love about Showdown is playing at my own pace. So also, when I'm feuding, I worry about going too slow sometimes myself, right? You don't want to slow somebody down. You don't know. Maybe they're on a limited time. Maybe they're going for a board. You just don't know, right? Like, you might be screwing somebody over when you're taking too long. And I don't like the idea that I'm screwing a teammate over. So it can be stressful that way. Um, absolutely. Boy, there's not a lot of options at aggressive, is there? Like strong blue options. Or snowfall. What's that, Chris? Yep, Noah. Yep, really good. Like, kind of the sweet spot, I think, is where you run about fair enough, Northern Mouth. I try and get to where like I can run about 250K, 7 or 8 people. I like running with 7. And trying to win every battle in less than a minute, like including loading time, going into the next screen, switching. Right. Ideal is probably like closer to 6 minutes, but you have to be like super on the ball and have a really good roster to start cranking them in 6 minutes. This last feud, I was really fast with the ones I used. But that's not easy to do. Um, but yeah, I like running. I feel like even if you have a big roster, yeah, Chris, absolutely. Even if you have it for the two times speed for feud is more like is massive. Like I can't like express. I wish they wouldn't have done it unless everyone had it, because it is truly a huge difference. Like truly, it says two times speed. It feels way faster than two times speed over 1.25. Massively expensive. How much is two times speed up? Don't you just need like the King of Kings pass for that? I don't even remember. What do you need for that? Is it the what pass do you need anymore? I don't even remember. Is it the Gold Manager pass, the $20 a month one for two times speed? The manager one, the 20 is it 20 a month for the two times speed for two feuds? Is that the right one? Yeah. I don't like that that kind of stuff definitely don't like personally, right? Like that's a big separation in speed, like difference. And so like not really a fan of that for a competitive person. I do my CSS first. Yes, I like getting them out of the way. What I like to do personally, yeah, Rusty, sure. What I like to do personally is get the CSS done so I don't have to worry about it, and then dial my roster in. Right? Like some feuds, some characters just don't work great. 25, thanks, Scott. I think it depends really, Rusty, for Aussie on what you have and what you like to do with it, right? Like for Aussie. So I really think it depends. Like, and your play style. I mean, my favorite was the one I ran last in my video. But that isn't necessarily the best. It's probably what I enjoyed the most. I think with Ozzy, there's a bunch of different ways you could run him. And I don't know that there's a wrong answer if it fits for you. Yeah, I don't have his gear either. My video doesn't have his gear. I did it before his gear came out. I'm pretty sure. Like 99.9% sure. But I could be wrong because I have the memory of a goldfish. Um, I like the two. I did test his gear on a stream, and I couldn't. It was too hard to tell. Um, it did come out before his plate. Yeah. So his plate, I would probably. I liked the double black because the double red hits way harder for sure. With the buff, but you can miss, right? I just missed too much. This is the one that worked really well for me. This was the consistent one. And getting his traps out twice, his plate's always going to go off. So, like, this was the one I liked. With, I would run Tiffy, Woods, probably for the bleed too. No, broken by your opponent. Never mind. So Tiffy, Steamboat, Woods, and Black Gem damage here for that plate especially. Join the club pass? What do you mean, Cactus? Boogeyman is great. Yep. Boogeyman is 30%. There's a couple 30%ers. Boogie and is Zombie Becky the other 30% black? I want to say it's Zombie Becky. Live or Steamboat. Yep. That's what yeah, try that, Rusty. That should hit really hard with this gear, I would think. Which club pass, Cactus? restate. We'll probably in about 20 minutes or so start with your roster day. Are you talking the club pass, like the new one? So if you mean the club store, I think it's really hard to say. I kind of feel like Ozzy, if you don't Brutus, if you use the sub, can hit harder. I think Ozzy might hit harder though if you don't use the sub with Brutus. Obviously, I'm not using the sub with Brutus. Brutus with the drip can hit harder than Ozzy. With drip and gears, can definitely hit harder than Ozzy. But drip isn't useful on Ozzy. So I think for most people, Ozzy's the better play. For most people, in most situations, I think Ozzy's the better superstar. I think absolute top end, Brutus is higher top end. Um, but that would be both gears and a drip plate. That's what I mean for top end for Brutus. Both gears and a drip plate. He can do like 80 million, 70 to 80 million reliable with 100% strap, both gears and a drip plate. Very reliable. Okay, so cactus. It's really hard for me to define worth or value for people, right? So the interesting thing about the club pass is the more pulls you do, the more coins you get up to a certain amount. However, if you're doing a lot of pulls, you don't need very many characters in the club pass a lot of times, right? So I think the value really depends. As to me, it seems like the best value for the club pass would be for a bigger dolphin, right? If you're somebody that you're spending like, let's say $300 a month on the game, $400 a month, then it's probably really good for you. If you're if the, we're talking about the big prestige one that gets you the extra points, it's 200 million, Clay. 200 million, I think. Otherwise, I would not have maxed it because 2 billion's a lot. So, um, commas would be massive. So it really depends. It also depends what you want to do with it. If you're like a Pokemon collector that wants to get them all and you don't care if they're good, then there's a lot of ones you can get for 75K and upwards that aren't super bad. You're more of a hybrid dolphin? Yeah, so I think if you were to pick your spots, so where I think it's like, let's say if you're the four I would automatically target first, no matter the price, is Braun Breaker, dual MP trainer, yellow and blue, super useful. Mellow, dual MP trainer, purple and black. Roxanne, dual MP trainer, 4 MP, these are all, green and red. Roxanne 200k, Braun Breaker 200k. I think blue and yellow is more useful than green and red as a combo. And there's already 2 red MP trainers, so I'd probably prioritize Braun over Roxanne. It isn't, Scott. If you're somebody that wants to do like one pull on every loot, and that's a big deal to you or fun, for $10 you get one pull on every new loot that comes out. It's significantly cheaper than buying one pull on every loot that comes out. I agree with Scott. It's completely ridiculous that it doesn't count for event points, but it actually has value for the $10. If you're somebody that buys one pull or wants one pull on every loot that comes out, it actually isn't bad value. So Roxanne is 200k as well. Mellow, I think, is 550k, and the other big one is Sherry. Those 4 are absolutely the first thing I would get from there. The exception being if you were like 50 shards or really close, it's kind of a waste, right? And you're somebody that would spend to get those 50 shards when they showed up. So the most fighters have an incredibly short shelf life. You will be disappointed for the most part in getting them. They won't do a lot for your roster long term. Those 4 trainers I just named, you will use for the next 3 or 4 years at least. Yes, 33 spec. That is correct. So my advice to people would be if you're going to do the $30 tier, you save up to 200k and get Braun if you're a decent amount away from him now. The shelf life has never been super long, though. I don't think for most posters, to be honest. Once in a while, there's some rare stuff. Regal's going to be good forever. So, um, if you're somebody like that's got a strap and a Piper plate, and you don't have Regal, I could easily say Regal would be a top pick for people if you have the stuff to run him right, because Regal's going to be still good. He's going to be good at 7-star. There's no way he won't if you have the right stuff. You don't even need the gear. I'm just talking Piper plate. Piper plate and Drew in particular. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure, Clay. I don't know for sure on that. No, you can't run Regal right with Maxine unless you have the gear. So Drew isn't void. You need one gear to run Regal with Maxine. If you have one gear, yeah. Yeah, usually Cactus. It's about a year. Like usually next summer. You know depending on the game flow. I don't think it's anytime soon, right? So usually in the summertime, like this year, is typically when we see it. But who knows? Regal's moves, I believe they are 6 charge, but you still can't use Maxine because you have to load 2 colors. You need dual MP trainers, unless you have his gear. There's not. It's green and purple, so you need green and purple to run Regal. With one gear, yeah, with one gear just run Maxine. When if you get Maxine for the Pyro gems, otherwise just run Sherry and Maxine and Sherry with one gear. If you don't have Maxine, then just run, multiply people. I don't know. I don't think so, Clay. To me, if I'm thinking about it, like you look at a character, they have 3 blue like 3 of one color, 3 of a second color, right? But they don't have 3 of the third. So 7-star would allow 3 of a third. I don't think it goes past that as far as moves. I also think adding another move at this stage in the game with all the plates, very dangerous, right? Um, nice, kid. Nice. You're close, 33 spec. You're close. But that's the other thing. It's a huge backlog, so I think most moves would probably be throwaway to avoid a mistake, right? Avoid because to look at 600 plus superstars, add in another move, like so if we see 7-star, I don't know it's guaranteed we'll see the third move. I'm assuming we'll see 7-star. Um, they could also do something. I don't know if you guys have ever played Marvel Strike Force, where they have these things called star fills, and every star fill adds a percentage to your stat. So you get the character, and then you would get shards and fill in stars, right? And 1 star is like 10% buff, and max stars is like 100% buff. Then you'd fill in the stars, and his gem damage, move damage, everything would go up like 10%. Every statistic, health, etc., etc. So I could see them doing something like that at some point as well. I don't know. There's a ton of options, right? Like it's just whatever route they want to go. But there's a ton of different ways you could do it without adding more moves and still increasing levels or tiers. The star thing would make it a huge grind to max somebody out. So I could actually see that at some point. Um, okay, so Akram, there are no giveaways on this stream. I'm not doing any giveaways. I never do giveaways, but once in a blue moon. There are none today, so just stop, please. And the reason I don't do them is I'm going to call you out here. Try not to get too offended, but if you do, I don't care. Um, the reason I don't do giveaways is exactly for reasons like this. Because we're having good discussion about the game, trying to talk about the game, help people learn the game, and it just gets sidetracked with when is the next giveaway, I want the giveaway. That's why I don't do giveaways. Because I enjoy talking about the game and hopefully helping people get better at it. and then having some fun. And giveaways make it the opposite of fun. So, nothing free today except the beautiful sound of my voice. That too, Chris, that too. What was I saying now, guys? Where was I at? I forgot where I was at. Oh yeah. So the club pass, I finally bought it this week or this month. I mean, I had been on the fence. If Pat was here, you could ask Pat. I told him he's a bad influence. I had it up on my screen. I've been thinking about it for a while. I plan on saving all of my club coins. The thing that pisses me off the most in this game is zero shard releases. I hate zero shard releases. I've record multiple times saying how much I hate them. I don't think we should ever have them. Yeah, Taylor Swift memories too. Love T Swift. So I likely will just save mine until I need them, not for something I want. No, I don't need Naomi. I would like her, right? But even if I get Naomi, what am I going to do with her on my account? I don't have focus shards. I couldn't take her up if I wanted to, so I don't care about Naomi. But if I had her, I would just two-click. I would use these two moves only, and that's how I'd run her. She's one of the most fantastic lady feuders in the game. Super underrated because people don't get it sometimes if you have a decent strap and stuff. So, but yeah, I think the club pass, whether it's worth it or not, is different for lots of people. I'm one of those people, and like you can ask Lee. Lee loves doing pulls. Like he enjoys it. Like he's probably one of the people that gets like endorphins from pulls or that kind of stuff, right? Like I don't like doing pulls. Like if I'm not recording it, which I will once in a while, I literally hit skip all. I don't like seeing the things flash. I don't like watching it pop up. I don't like any of it. I hate RNG. Random is I try to get rid of random in everything I do. I just hate random, right? So pulls are not fun for me. That's the worst part of the game. Absolutely hate pulls. If you told me I needed to do this to get X, I'll go do it. The like leveling up medals is so stupid to me, right? Because like it's random if I level my medals up. Just tell me how many bits I need, I'll go earn the bits and then I'll go level it up. But this random BS where sometimes it goes up on the 3rd try and sometimes it's the 30th try pisses me off. So like I try to eliminate RNG completely from every element of the game as much as I can. I get screwed enough by cascades. I don't want RNG on pulls, good or bad. I don't want RNG, period. I just want to play the game, tell me what I need to do, I'll go do it, I'll work my butt off to get it if I want it, but that's it. The more RNG in the game, the more I hate it. Like, so, like, it's my goal with everything I do to make everything as, like, completely consistent as I can. Like, I just want it consistency. If a superstar, like, that's why I hate KO so much. KO's the ultimate slot machine. So that's I would say it's related to how they were released, Uni. Mellow, there's less shards available from the start. It is, I get, so Chris, it's true for a lot of people, it is. And recently I've had really pretty good luck, I would say. Because like I got Indy on a 7 pull, and I got Rex Regum on a 7 pull. I literally assume I'm never getting anything when I do a pull. I do pulls to hit milestones, get shards, get guaranteed things. If I'm doing pulls, it's because I'm gonna get some milestones that make sense to me. I hate pulls. Like I don't pull ever thinking I'm gonna get somebody. Yeah, Rusty, right? I'm the kind of person that instead of trying to do like Rusty's saying, if I wanted a specific magic card, I'll just buy the card, not buy packs trying to get the card. If I open packs, like when I've opened a wrestling card packs, I don't care what I get. I'm not after anything specific. I'm just having fun opening them. So my assumption is always, I don't do pulls unless I'm okay with getting nothing. If I'm okay with getting no new superstar and spending that money, then I'll do the pull. If I'm not okay with it, because the early on in the game, I remember spending like $200 to try, and this is when MLCs were vaults. I could never get the character. I'm like, this month I'm gonna spent like $200, got nothing, got nowhere in the event, and I literally felt sick to my stomach. I'm like, I just burned $200. Literally felt like vomiting, and I swore I would never do that again. So I almost never, like once in a while I'll do something dumb with like $20 or something. You know what I mean? Like where I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna throw 20 at this just for like if it's like the Andre chest. If you guys remember the Andre chest, I let Bob and Godflow talk me into. Um, Back in the day, some of you will remember. I spent 20 on that, knowing I probably wouldn't get it, and it was like a huge waste. So I just assume I won't get it, and if I'm okay without getting anything, then I do the pull. If it bothers me, then I won't do the pull. That's kind of my litmus test, right? Because I'm not interested. Yeah, that so like I'm doing it for guaranteed shards, something in the milestone. You know what I mean? That's why I will do something. I don't get a rush really of hitting pulls. I'll get excited. Don't get me wrong. I get excited when I hit somebody for sure, but I don't get like a rush. It's not like, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, 33 spec. That's rough. So it nothing feels worse than paying a bunch of money and walking away with nothing. So I won't personally do that. So at least with stuff like say the backstage pass, I know what I'm getting out of it, and then I get some extras. So that's $10 I don't mind spending. The membership isn't terrible either way because I know I'm gonna earn some club coins. Um, I get something back from it. I get the single pulls from it that sort of pay for it. The $30 one, it doesn't quite pay for it. So it just really depends. But I think the important thing with all of this is remembering like it's entertainment. So spend accordingly based on your entertainment budget. And so I've overspent on the game at times for something I really wanted. And looking back, I mean, like I paid $100 to recruit Tough Seth, and that was pretty dumb. Um, yeah, that's the thing to remember. It's super easy to just click that button, right? Like it's tied to a credit card or whatever. It's really easy to click that button. Muscle Man's the most I've spent to recruit Bray on a weekend. Sako was the second most. Sako was 270. Bray, I think, was 300, 320. That's the most I've spent on a weekend. Most I ever spent on in a month was Rocky Month. Muscle Man, Regal, and Mellow. Yeah, that's a pretty good pull, Bunders. Holy crap, that's a really good pull. So to answer your question, I don't think now they lowered the prices some from the start. I think it's not bad if you're like a kind of a medium spender and you're targeting good things for your roster. It's also not bad if you're just a collector and you want to snag a bunch of those 75k people that you're not going to get anywhere else. I'm not a collector, so I don't care. But like Tech Hogan for 75k, completely worthless. But if you're a collector, that would be kind of cool. Demon Balor, pretty worthless for 75k, and you can collect them. So I think it depends on the person. As long as you're being smart with it, it doesn't matter. I do think there's better value other places potentially. Like I really think the backstage pass value is pretty good. In this current format, you get the pulls all week for the weekly loot thing, and then you also get the shards potentially for the 3 characters. And then you get the extra stuff. There's like cash on one day, shards, all that kind of stuff. So I think that's pretty decent for $10. The strap pass I think is a must if you're playing the game at even kind of a high level. If you want to experiment, you need those 10 plate swaps. It's basically a must. You don't really have a choice. If you're gonna feud, you basically need the $25 pass if you want to try and rank. Oh, hey Hitman, I didn't see you. I hope you're still here. How are you, Hitman? And Scon, you snuck in too while I was talking. Welcome in, Scon. Backstage pass gives you like 11, I think. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you get like 11? You get 10 bags, and then I think you get 11 loot pulls over the 7 days, maybe more. It's 2 a day mostly. Hey Josh, how are you, bud? Jay Niners, I didn't see you either. How are you, Jail Niners? Timmy, how are you? So Rex Regum, to me, with the way I play, is to me is the best showboat in the game. Like with the way I play. with what I like to do, how I like to play, Rex Regam's the best showboat in the game. He doesn't touch the gem board. You just run him triple yellow with a Piper plate, 100% strap. Um, Not really nerfable like some people are. But when I say you don't touch the gem board, I mean you don't touch the gem board. And he hits for about 800. There's 80 million, I'm sorry. 80 million. Fast enough to put anyone down in feud. No chance of cascading. Literally don't place a gem. Just click this, click this, click this. But you're going to need a Piper plate on him 100%. Hey, Professor, how are you? Professor, if I'm still on at 5 my time, which is 8 your time, are you streaming with giveaways and stuff? Nah, no pressure. I've been a CC long enough. They are very used to me. Cool. You want to type a message so I can pin it? We'll raid you as long as I don't have to leave as per usual, Professor. Yeah, they're all I've there's good and bad with Merrick, so they're pretty used to Merrick's at this point. That sucks, Rusty. Yeah, I know you did. So Rex Regan is great. As far as with your 550k, as good as he is, I would again tell everybody there's 4 trainers I would get before anything else. Roxanne, Braun, Mello, and Sherry. Don't care what else is in there. Don't care who it is. If you don't have those 4 on your roster, I would get them before any fighter. That being said, Rex Regan would be a very good pick as well. If you want, like, Regal is about as future-proof as you can get, and he is Merrick's proof. He's just a little bit on the slower side. Goldberg's great, 200k, from the sense that he generates an extra Juggernaut gem. That could be pretty powerful. Is it absolutely needed on anyone right now? No, but it is a unique trainer, 3 Eagles. So it's a coach that he adds 1 Juggernaut gem. Potentially very strong, but not a big deal right now. Thanks, Professor. Let's get that pin for you. And like I said, as long as if I have to leave early or something, I'll tell everyone to go to your stream, but I don't think I'll have to. Yeah, no problem, bud. No problem. So it just kind of really depends on what you want to do, but I think when I look at my roster, I would say I try and make long-term decisions as often as possible. Right? It's easy sometimes to take the quick, easy, fun decision, and I mess this up sometimes. But the long-term decisions are generally the best. So, like it just depends. Rex Regan will be good all of this meta for sure. At 7-star, will he make it? I don't know. I don't. I do know Regal will make it. There's no way he won't. No. Samu and Fatu, neither are good at gold. They stop at silver. They run out of steam. So. Also, I don't know how many shards you have for Rex Regan. I don't know how many shards you have for Mello when you're asking that question, but I mean, like, as far as a fighter goes, I use Rex Regan's probably my favorite dude to feud with. Him and Cody right now probably are up there. Austin's really good for feuding, so. So, yeah. No problem, man, Andre. They'll be very good at silver against silver, though. I do, Bunders. So, like, I think it would be super cool if, like, stuff got reworked, like, 1 a month. Absolutely, Scott. Maxine. Hands down, Maxine, Chris. For my playstyle, it's not even close. That is mainly because Jade, you have to choose. Jade also has to use multiplies. Multiplies is nerfable, so it's one more thing to worry about. Okay, that's interesting, Restate. So Roxanne, biggest reason I can think of right now you would want Roxanne are two. The two biggest reasons are it lets you run Cody this way. Cody is the best feuding powerhouse potentially in the game this way. It's him and Powerhouse Austin, 1A, 1B. I think it's probably Cody this way. He doesn't need to touch the gem board. It's just delicious, and you need Roxanne for that. And the other one is if you're running Zombie Sammy with the multiplies. So Roxanne is huge, absolutely massive on those two. That comes to mind right off. Plus, if you want to run anyone that has a 10 MP green ever on turn 1, you will need Roxanne. Those are great, Rusty. I can't argue with any of those. Yeah, Roxanne's great on Batista, Timmy. Absolutely. Also great on Razar. It lets you get this move twice. So yeah, so if you got Cody and you don't have Roxanne restate, I would get Roxanne at the 221st. Just wait on Rex until after. Probably. But see what shows up for Roxanne shards. I mean, 150 isn't that many. She's been out a while. You can also run other stuff with Cody. So if you're comfortable using the move damage green or the red, if that's something you're comfortable with, go ahead and do that and hold off. Because you're actually really close on Roxanne. That's the other side. 150 is pretty close. Because she's been out a while. Her shards have been on walls fairly often, especially lately. So you might actually be better off waiting at this point. But it'd just suck if you waited like 6 months. You know what I mean? I didn't. But I did beat him strapless on my stream, Fat Man, at 5-star silver with 2 different builds. One I did without um any props, barely won with it without any props. Um then I posted that stream. It's yesterday's stream. If you go on my Twitch channel, you can see all of the Champa stuff. I didn't do a video of it. But I did beat him with 2 different build sets at 5-star silver with no plate. And the second one used no props, but it was really close. So if you don't have a bunch of stuff for Cody, you're probably running red. Yeah, Sean. If you don't have a bunch of stuff for Cody, you're probably running triple red. Get the blast gems out. If you have 17k Santa, then you can actually get away with putting JBL in, which is really big. If you don't have 17k Santa, then you can't. You can also do the sub set without much. I don't like subs, but this is loaded super cheap and would be really good. You can get this loaded with just steel. So like if you're talking like a budget Cody build, this is the one I'd recommend with all heart plate. So no, if you're talking no 17k Santa, definitely this with all heart plate. You have 17k Santa? Okay. So then you're going to want to run Powerhouse Batista. Hooray. So this doesn't use gem damage. So if you have it, you would want a red move damage medal. Move damage setup doesn't need a plate. If you have a plate, the plate would be NWO plate probably. Not probably, that would be the plate, NWO plate, but move damage with red, move damage is the way you'd run this. So you'd run it like this. Strap doesn't matter. You'd want a red move damage medal, whatever your best percentage is, preferably takedown 2, but I'm going to assume you don't have that based on what you're saying, and I'm going to assume you probably don't have a big strap either. So like regular takedown if you can manage takedown with a red. You got a 200% takedown too. Awesome. That's good. So let's just throw on whatever strap here. 20. That works. This is why, like, you can't really ever answer the question and why they irritate me so bad. Who should I take up, X or Y? Bruh, I really don't know. I don't know what you got, because if you don't have the right stuff, X can really suck. You know what I'm saying? Can you run a full set of Fury 2?
What?
Or Takedown 2, I mean? No, Showdown tomorrow, Elk C is the month-long midweek that has the awesome moment in it and stuff. Incidentally, here's your CSS for that. Boom. What? There's your Showdown CSS.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't going to get the moment, probably, as much as I wanted it, but getting Indy, I'm taking the moment. There's no way I'm not taking the moment now. Yeah, Noah, that's the best, right? And don't just ever take anyone's word for it, including mine. So, gameplay for this, you throw your blast gems out. 2-3 matches reloads your blast gems, also loads the finisher. Then you throw your blast gems out again. Then you hit your finisher. It does 34 mil. If you can work Santa and, hey, Mid Carter, how are you, buddy? If you can ever get Santa and JBL, it goes for about, I want to say, 45 to 50. That's fair. If you're using a live, it makes sense. If you're going to use Funk, Funk hits ridiculously hard with it. It's really good on Cowboy Bob, so... Nice, Elsky. Congrats. I want to get the 7-year for Bray, actually. But I don't know when I will. Gotcha, 33 spec. Okay, we are about an hour in. That's usually when I start the roster review. He's Cowboy Bob with both moments is kind of crazy. He's really good even with one, but both moments, yeah, that's kind of a thing. I incidentally also I love universal moments. I think universal moments is one of my favorite things in the game. It's really cool to see some of these characters that lose a lot of shine and then they get momented up. And then you're like, oh dang. That's something else, you know? So I'm really enjoying the universal moments a lot. Also, seeing them work their way into the midweek month-long prize wall is pretty cool. I would love to see that continue. What they've been doing, like with Miz moment, with this moment, even before that, we got the Women's Evolution moment for Feud that's really good, that went into Showdown as well, and was really obtainable. Seeing some of these moments that are much more obtainable have been really exciting to me, actually. So, and then while there's some people here now, let's talk about this fan voting. If you don't know what an affiliation strap does, it allows you to have the same trainer on multiple people at the same time. So for example, say you want to use 4 multiply people in Feud and you're like, well, dang it, I can't put my Sherry or Matt or Memrock or Zombie Gunther on anyone other than 1. If you have an affiliation strap, you can put them on 2 at the same time. Or if you want to run 2 powerhouses in Feud and you have an IOW affiliation strap, you can run 2 powerhouses in Feud. If you're really lucky and have a Woods affiliation strap, you can put 4 purple MP trainers on somebody. 4. So you can use Woods on 4 people. Or the black MP trainer Woods, you can run him on 4 people. Affiliation straps are massive. They allow you so much more flexibility in what you can do in regards to Feud, what you can run. Showdown promoters, like, you only need to level 1 and you can play them both. Like, you can run 2 tricksters with a maxed promoter. It's just like, affiliation strap is one of the most useful things in the game on the right trainers. For example, my account, all 3 of my 4 MP double trainers have 2 times affiliation straps. Mello, Braun, and Roxanne. I'm still missing an affiliation for Boss Battle? Or not Boss Battle, I'm sorry, for Acrobat Flare, so I can only run 1 Showboat, which is the Shakespearean Tragedy. I mean, that would be great, Eagles. I would love that. Because I love Showboats, and I want to run way more than 1 Showboat. So, yeah. Not a huge difference, Zandel. It's a biggish difference if they're making huge multiply gems or have a big buff, but not a huge difference, yeah. For sure. Forum on surveys and stuff is a great place to talk about loving universal moments and stuff like that. Yeah, Noah, for sure. Affiliation straps are just chef's kiss. Way more impactful than 130% gem damage strap, considering you probably already have 100. But anyway. Oh, that's the one I want, 33 spec. Restate. Are you here, buddy? If you're here, we'll get started. Correct, Zandel. Not even kind of. I voted for 4 times affiliation strap, 100%. I'll show you, so you know I'm not lying. There's my check mark. You're here? Alright, guys. You know the drill, probably. We're gonna do a roster dive for Restate. Help me out. Oh yeah, Zandel, I actually probably should do a video on it, to be honest. I mean, we can hope, kid, right? Let's exchange with techs. I think I have an extra tech. I have 2 techs. I think one is on Austin, for Showdown, and one is on. Oh, wait, no, I don't know who promotes Tex. Is it Cena? Powerhouse Cena? I don't even remember. Let's go! Roster dive time! Alright, so Restate wants to focus on male tricksters, I believe he said, if I'm not mistaken. Restate, correct me if I'm wrong. And ladies in general. Ladies in general and male tricksters, I believe. Yes, he says. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with the plates like normal. Restate has a lot to work with. So that's good. So not in use here. We have a gem chucker. We have a sheriff's badge and we have a piper plate. Another sheriff's badge not in use. 2 more gem chuckers. This is just the ultimates. In use, we have 1 JD, 2 acolytes, a jade plate, 2 pipers, oh, another acolyte, a Tiffy plate, 3 acolytes. Is this the... Oh, I bet you had the strap on Loomis. I bet you had the strap on Loomis, then moved it to Braun. Okay, that makes sense. And gem chucker here. Okay, regular plates. Brutus Shears. Hogan. Yep, figured. Ozzy. Sheiky plate. Another Hogan. Titan. Triple H plate. NWO plate. Another Triple H plate. Couple more Titans. Another Hogan plate. You got a lot of Hogan plates. More than you need. Some dog ear gremlins. RK Bro. Jade plate. Another Titan. Nightmare plate. You definitely got some stuff to work with. Hard Times plate. Another Titan. Bro, they give you all the Titans. You got like 5 of them. And this. So he's got some really good plates. And which is cool. This is a good selection of plates. So there's a lot you can do. We're going to start with the ladies. Since you said you wanted to focus on all of the ladies. And I already think I perused some of this. You have Charlotte at gold. She's amazing at tech. May, I don't think is going to be gold worthy for you unless you also get her plate in the future. But she's one I would take to silver, to be honest. And just kind of hang out with. Right? At Lady Tech. But Charlotte, she's with a Piper plate. Decent strap. She's the cream of the crop there. No worries. May, since you have an extra Piper, you could potentially throw it there. She needs a Piper plate in her plate. Then she's probably gold worthy. Very easy to run. Merrick's proof as well. So I really like her with all of the stuff. Without all the stuff, probably just take the silver and hang out. I would say. As long as you got like your token and MP or TP friendly and coin friendly, all that stuff. Just work up as required. Honestly, bronze will probably get you through the next month. No, Tiffany has got some more utility now that they changed her finisher. And I'll talk about that when we get to Acros. And he has Tiffany's plate. I actually used her a ton this last feud, and it was plenty fast. Had no issues. So they're not the same class, but if you have Tiffany's plate, I think she's way better than Zombie Liv. Waiting to get ridiculed here. Anyway, yeah. So otherwise, these ones aren't really worth doing anything with. I think that's high enough for Bailey's trainer. Which is flat. Leeches, which also not really important at this stage in the game. So your Bella, I think, is high enough for her power gems, so that's good. Showboats, you have the right two leveled. These are the best two. I don't know what kind of strap you have for Charlotte. I do see you have a nightmare plate sitting around. I would absolutely put that on Charlotte. Where was your jade plate living? You had one. I can't see who it was living on, actually. Jade doesn't need her plate, probably, but it helps. You have her 3 gears? Yeah, okay. Do you have a strap for Charlotte? Because I'll tell you what. I ran Charlotte middle lane. Also, I got to see if you have Sherry. I don't think you do have Sherry yet. You do. Oh, yes. Guns full blazing on Charlotte. Throw the nightmare plate on her. If you have a decent strap, do you have at least a 20, 40% strap? 50? What do you have on Regal? What strap do you have on Regal? Is it one of those that you can put on Charlotte? Because they share a strap at times. Like, there was the one event where you got some of them. Yeah, that's one character. You just don't attack Tiffy. 40%? That's, I think, what I have on my Charlotte is 40. It's either 40 or 50. So, genderless? Yeah. I'll tell you what. Regal, you don't even need a percentage strap. You could literally run anti-stun on Regal, anything. Armor, it won't matter. I would flip that if you were worried about your ladies. I ran Charlotte middle lane this last feud. There was a yellow boost, but I literally was 2-click for 70 million. You just don't attack 3 people. You don't attack Indy, you don't attack Zombie Liv, and you don't attack Tiffany. There's always someone to attack. You just don't attack those 3 people. She's the fastest feuder I have currently, by far. And she was doing 70 million this feud for me, maxed out at gold, with a 40% strap Nightmare Jade plate. So if you want to talk about getting better with ladies, I would take her up at Showboat over Jade, personally. You can also do Jade if you prefer. You have Sherry either way, although Jade I don't think uses Sherry, can't remember. But Jade plate, so one of those two. Oh, nice. Yeah. Any strap works, Restate. It really doesn't matter. You just really, all you do is you have a strap that you can equip the Piper plate. You know what I mean? Correct, kid. They really weren't. So, personally, my preference is Charlotte. A lot of people will tell you Jade. Up to you. One of these two. Honestly, both are worth gold long term. That's your focus at Showboat. But one of them should be gold for sure. And really, I would take both. Situationally, they're both good. Okay. Get the moment and take India. Get the moment and take India. She's going to 2-click for about 80 million. If you have 100% strap. Nice, Restate. I agree. That's okay, Bunders. That's all right. I like them too. I love doing them. So it's some of the like one a week is a good amount too. So I don't get burnt out on them, and I can give my full attention. But I love doing them. So Indy with 100% strap. And the moment is going to do like literally 2 clicks, 80 million. The double, just the 2 red moves, and then you equip the blue move with the multiply down. No, he doesn't have Drips Gumsy. Sorry, bud. So I would take Indy to gold, to be honest. And she's going to be even faster than Rhea. Tiffany at silver is great with her plate. You could go gold if you wanted to. I tell you, I ran Tiffany all feud. So many ladies are multiply gem users. It was, with her plate, it was fast, it was easy, it was Merrick's proof. I didn't have to touch the gem board. I actually cannot believe I'm going to say this. With the change they made to that, and if you have her plate, and he does, I actually love Tiffany. Love Tiffany. I just, shocking. It's just enough right now that she's really good, and there's enough, as Bunder said, kills Charlotte, kills Jade, kills Rhea, kills Indy, kills Kyrie. I mean, like, Basically, everybody's big lady hitter. Good luck. You know, you make multiplies. They're Tiffany's. Yeah, mine is gold. Correct. Yeah. So, and the thing that her plate does is it speeds it up. I was actually getting a decent amount of turn one wins before they even got a chance to go. And the other thing you have is flexibility. So you can use Tiffany with less clicks on a silver, and it gets really good. Correct. I'm not saying she's not hard to beat, Gumsy, right? When you're on offense, everybody's easy to beat. But when you so you just pick your targets and it's super. I did run her with her plate, yes, 100%. I don't need her plate anywhere else, so it's on her, and then I can use her. It makes her faster. They we tested it on stream. It wasn't working, so unless they changed it, it doesn't work. Because we put Matt and them on and clicked the thing, and it did not. We hit it and it didn't go up. Some of you might have been there when I was doing that. Maybe it changed. It wouldn't be the first time. Things changed. Anyway, Kyrie is also really good, but I mean, at Modern, you're already really deep. Really deep. Like, but so is Modern Acrobat. She's worth working up, though. Just to do it. For when there's, like, not Judgment Day, Damage Control and Kyrie stuff, but she's really good. Kyrie can hit super hard. Yeah, Gumsy, Rhea hits super hard with the Tiffy plate. Super hard. But yeah, Indy is who I would take. You could take Tiffy Gold if you want to. I did. I don't regret it at all, but I'm also a Tiffy mark, and I really enjoyed her this past feud. You have the same setup I was running, so you could do that. Yes, Kyrie's great, Bunders. Super good. Correct, Chris. The thing that's great, so this is the kind of counter on Tiffany I want to see in the game. It's a sight check, right? If you know the game at all, you see Tiffany, and then you know, don't use my multiply person. You see Zombie Live, you know, don't use my multiply person. You see Indy, you know, don't use my multiply person. That's great. What I don't like is when you can't see their trainers with a sight check. So I have to wait. If I want to check trainers, I have to waste all this time by going into a menu, and there's too many menus in this game, right? So like this kind of strategy where you can sight check it and not have to go into a menu, I am all for in this game. Give it to me, give me more of it, make me know the game inside and out and have an advantage. That's awesome. Like, I love that. But don't make me go into a menu to do it. That pisses me off. Don't waste my freaking time when I could have a sight check. The green ones, Gumsy. The Piper plate, the Pyro reinforced green gem one. She's incredible. It's worth watching the video. It won't take you long. Yeah, so Rhea, a lot of people have trouble with the strap. So if you, like Gumsy, she's actually my favorite showboat in the game. For ladies. Even over Charlotte. Because she doesn't need multiplies. Charlotte's faster, but multiplies can be iffy, and Maxine hits a little bit harder. So, Rhea can struggle with the strap, and if you don't have mellow. So if you don't have a good strap and you don't have mellow, the Tiffany plate can bump you on Rhea where she needs to go, so she's super good, right? Also, her moment can help Rhea if you're missing stuff for Rhea too. But yeah, otherwise, Rhea on her own, my Rhea hits for, with a 40% strap, hits for like 80 or 90 million. With the hard times plate and mellow. I know, Gumsy, I know. So yeah, you got Lady Acrobats loaded. You got them all, but to be honest, out of all of these, my opinion, the best one is Indy. If you have the moment, you're just gonna click 2 buttons and win. You're gonna run dual 4MP red trainers and then blue gem damage like Gunther, and then if you want, it doesn't matter. Gunther and whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. And at gold, you'll do like 80 million with 2 moves. So your stack, your ladies, if you wanted help at ladies, you are gonna have it. And if you get Maxine, I love Maxine and Charlotte pick, to be honest, because one is multiplies and one is green and neither can cascade. So I think that's a great plan at Showboat. Work on Jade too, because she's no slouch. Now your tricksters is hands down easy for me. Is you got to take Trish up. Trish is incredible. She also, you don't like, I'm assuming you have King Woods just by the stuff you have. Yellow, red with King Woods. I have a 10% strap and it does like 55 million with a 10% strap. It just hits. It's super easy. Love it. Way easier than Liv. Liv can hit hard now with the moment if you cycle the buff, but it's a lot more clicking, a lot more animations, cascade risk. When Trish can just, she was really good. No, I don't. Yes, I do mean Naka. I do mean Naka. 100% I mean Naka for the health steal on the traps. I do mean Naka, yes. Red, yellow traps, run the red MP and the yellow MP trainer, and then Woods, and I think it's Santa in the last slot. This is a stacked roster, yeah. But that fixes your ladies you're going to have no issues with. Take her up. I don't think so. For me, Trish is the best lady trickster, by far, to me. Hey, Doc Holiday, how are you? I think she needs the least to be the best, personally. Needs the least to be the best. I really like her. My own personal Trish, like I said, 10% strap. And she's getting it done. I still would probably Rusty, yes. I would just change up and run triple red and use Maurice and Miz. And hope you get a better gem damage strap than my 10%. Chelsea is great. Chelsea can't lose. Like, literally, Chelsea can't lose. My Chelsea is also gold. I took her up because I needed a chaotic for Lady Boss. I didn't have Trish at that point either. And I had plenty of tokens to spare at Trickster. I also took my Chelsea up for chaotic boss battle for ladies. Just, it's unnecessary, but she just doesn't lose. She's at silver. She was easily my favorite trickster at silver. At gold, it loses a little luster, but still really good. Chelsea's awesome. Lady Powerhouses suck. You have the best one leveled. They're not good. So wait for a new one to come out. I don't think any of the rest of them are worth going up any farther. And Lady Striker's somewhat similar. You can kind of pick. A lot of people like Sonya. Hey, Diamond, how are you? The best way to be better in this game for free is join a good faction family. They will give you tons of tips, help you improve the game. I don't actually, kid. Help you. It would be fine on her though, but it helps. But she doesn't need it. But join a good faction family that can help you grow and teach you about the game. And then if you're free, you have to do everything harder. You have to play more, play harder, work harder. All that stuff. Grind for everything you can, even if it's a little bit. Hard work is the answer, and a good faction family. Those two things will get you the farthest by far. As free to play. And there are free to play in some of the top factions in this game that get a lot of really good rewards because they've been playing a long time and they ground their way towards it, but they get pretty good. Yeah, Nikki's got some... Actually, so this is probably somewhat controversial. Nikki is probably my favorite striker. I just don't know if I believe in her enough to take her gold on my own. I keep hoping I pull her from the gold loot at the end of the month. Because I really like her. She can do a lot of different stuff. Yeah, me too. I don't like Lady Strikers right now. So I was saying this on my stream yesterday. Sonya Deville is great. She is great. With a middle lane. Okay? And with a middle lane, if you set her up right, Queen's Tiara, do the black gems, use Mosh, she'll hit for probably at gold like 80 million. You are going to have to click a lot of buttons, though. It's not fast. That would be fine, except when I use a middle lane, I want it to be somebody that's super fast, right? Like, if that's your special pick, think of it this way. If you got middle lane, you get plus 1 MP, and then it's an open slot. So you literally can put anyone on your roster there. Middle and top lanes should be for the fastest person you can run in feud possible. And Sonya is not that. This last feud, I actually didn't run a striker. I did not fill the bottom line because my strikers were all too slow for me. So I didn't run a striker. Lane bonuses are also traps, in my opinion. So if I had a 50% move damage, I'd probably use it over my 10% gem, Rusty. Probably. I don't know, though. So I dislike that about Sonya. She's amazing. It is. That's why I autoed it while doing other stuff, 33 spec. That's why I autoed it. And it's not bad. It's like I didn't even do it. I just clicked the button. So my advice personally would be wait on the strikers. But take Sonya up to at least probably 6-star bronze. I think she's worth that. As far as Nikki, she's got a lot of potential builds. You can run a triple black that stun locks. You can run a really funky with her traps and the stun and multiplies, and you use Taker Sigil that can be really funky. You can run triple blue, which is one of the better sub builds because it uses pyros and they drop down, and then when you break them they go up. So you can run triple blue with the Gremlin's Bulldog. Nikki has literally like probably 4 builds you could run, depending on what you have. And some of them are quite low charge. And 2 of them can stun lock. Nikki's very interesting. She's not my flavor exactly with the stun locks because it can take some time, potentially, depending on how you set her up. It's a little bit risky for the big damage, so stun lock can take a couple 3 cycles. So there's a build, though, where you can do a ton of damage with only a black 3 match, but it's super dependent on having a crazy strap and a really good ultimate, the Showstopper ultimate in the Pyro Princess plate. And it's really close if that hits hard enough and it takes star fills and stuff, which striker is my worst one. Anyway, long story short, Nikki's can do a lot. She's super cool. I would consider potentially messing with her at bronze and seeing what you like, but there's 4 potential builds you can run with her. That kind of covers the ladies, in my opinion. Did I miss any trainers for him, guys, that they're not high enough? That's high enough. Is that high enough for Kyrie's buffed bleed? Make sure it's high enough for Kyrie's buffed bleed. Because she can go to 40% now. Yeah, your feud promoters, obviously, it's when you can with IOW tokens. Showdown or feud first. And then we talked about May and stuff. Yeah, I think that's... Does that feel like that covers your ladies okay? That was like a half hour, but I think we covered them okay. I talked a lot. Maybe I had to step out for a second. And dudes, he said trickster. Is he still here? Yeah, her bleed has a 40% bleed now. That was an update. So make sure she's high enough. A lot of people miss that. Make sure she's high enough to have the 40% bleed. She's almost... Yeah, perfect. That'll come in useful when you need to use bleed people. Okay. Now your dude tricksters, let's start there. Really? There are 3 tricksters, potentially 4 I like talking about. You don't have the drip, so let's not talk about solo. So that leaves 3 tricksters. Hall of Fame, Brutus, Ozzy, and Bubba. I see you have Bubba, and he's 6-star, full stars. And we know you have Ozzy with a really good setup. Where's he at? And you have Hall of Fame Brutus. So you want to get better with your tricksters, you got the best 3. You have Sheriff's badges sitting everywhere. Did you see the video I did on my favorite build for Bubba like 2 months ago? Exactly, Chris. You can use the RK Overload for higher top end or the Superior Tech Plate to match more yellows. RK Overload may be the way to go the majority of the time. Superior Tech Plate, very consistent. Very, very consistent. But it's a funky build for Bubba. And Sheriff's Badge on it's perfect. It's super fun to run. If you didn't watch my video, highly recommend it. Bubba's the fastest feuding male trickster. Not the hardest hitting, but definitely the fastest. Nice, dude. And this is the setup for it. Also, Strowman got an entourage buff, so you can use Strowman or Brett. Brett's better at 5%. Strowman, Brett, Z Sammy. And then here you're just running your right here. Woods, not Woods, Kofi. Super easy setup. 2-3 matches loads it. Here, I'll run one just for fun at gold for you guys. Oh yeah, lots of techs now. Lots and lots of tech now. You'd want a good gem damage strap. What I don't know what you have, Restate. Can be hard for this era, so I'll run a 50. Unless you tell me you have 100. I'll run a 50. This is just really fun. So you can run the Superior Tech or the RK Overload. Both have been very available. Superior Tech was, 1 token for forever. Yeah, Baloo. Bubba's a trickster. Or is the 40% just all reality? Reality? All reality? Okay. Well, that's not exactly ideal. 40% would be fine. But if you're moving that to Charlotte, that's definitely not ideal. Because they don't share the same plates. But this is quite fast and pretty dirty, actually. And yeah, there's a glut of text now. And what this does to a tech, dear lord, it's 860% yellow gem damage, by the way. This last feud, this would have been disgusting too with the 200% yellow. If you use them on techs, you won't even need you won't even need a gem damage strap. You just need a strap. Oh, try and keep your yellows on the board. if at all possible. That's 44 mil. He's not Merrick's proof, but he's super fast at Trickster. That's 44 mil with the 50 strap. Feud, of course, you get a little Buffy buff. And then if you go against the tech, say goodnight, Gracie. So there's backup if you don't get a tech, right? And or if you can't use a tech, you can still win. I'll use RK Overload too. I will use RK Overload too. RK Overload to higher top end. For sure. Every once in a while, your 30 gems won't hit great. So but it's very rare. The superior tech plate helps with that. RK Overload is definitely higher top end. I mean, that was almost the whole board full of yellows. 92 million. That would have been like 46 million. On a regular-ish. So absolutely munches techs, right? And then the RK Overload, if a decent amount of yellows connect, is crazy because you get an additional 50%. It's just not... If you're targeting techs, yes, all of this is, except for the RK Overload wasn't a plate then. But yes, my video has all this except RK Overload wasn't in the game yet. Easily my favorite build for Bubba. He's the fastest Trickster feuder. Not the hardest hitting. And not the safest. But he is pretty safe. Right on, kid. To either way. That actually hit less hard. That was 80 million. Because you don't get those potentially seven extra gems. So that one was less hard than the other one at 80 million. RK Overload isn't always better, I'm telling you. People love it because it looks better if you get a really good hit. It definitely looks better. Oh, that's awesome, kid. If I have a 60% strap for Bubba. I wish I had 100. No, Ozzy is not this quick. Traps take a long time to resolve, and you're hitting some of your moves twice. Yes, Superior Tech is much more consistent. This is flashier and can hit harder. This has a higher top end. It also has a higher low end. This should be very good. Very, very good. That was 114 million. Like I said, that one's going to be very, very good. Oh, 33 spec. Dang. So yeah, he's a tech killer. Like I said, the RK Bro one is flashier. When it hits really hard. If it misses, you can not hit quite as hard. Not that it's the super big deal. Oh, yeah, by far, B-Rock. Sorry. I'm not a big, what's-his-face fan. He's random, and you have to use a sub. No sub for this build for Sheriff's Badge, Bunders, unfortunately. Hopefully, Zombie Month, we can get more Sheriff's Badges and more in the wild. It's one of my favorite plates in the game. I only have one. I would love about 5 of them. There's so many people you can use it on, and it's a lot of fun. Like, it's just one of my favorite plates in the game. Oh, that's why. It's attitude. Not my roster. This is not my roster. This is the CC Twitch account. Plate? Gosh. Like, are we talking good plate or any plate? Because I have tons of junk plates. I can't tell you how many boss plates I have. It's a lot. I probably have of decent plates. I got I think six Sheik plates. I think I got like 6 or 7 all hearts, which is also a good plate. I have 5, probably at least 5 or 6 Titan plates on my account. I've been playing a long time, and I generally go pretty hard for plates. Oh yeah, we're gonna do RK Overload on a regular. That's not a bad one to have. I think I have 3 nightmares now, Chris. Oh, it is, Bizzo. It is. The Piper plate, in my opinion, is the best plate in the game. My favorite is probably the Sheriff's Badge, though. This looks like potentially a very decent board. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. This is gonna... That's... Oof. Oh, that was a really good one. So, when it hits, the RK Overload, like, you'll get turn 1 wins on anyone when it hits. Oh, I actually think a Piper's better than any of the Ghostbuster plates, Chris. Seance can add a bunch of red gems. Piper plate can add 700% gem damage. To me, it's not a comparison. You know what I mean? I probably did, Bunders. That sounds exactly like something I would say. I literally, if I had no plates, and you said I could pick one plate of any plate in the game, I would take a Piper plate for my account. If I was starting a new account, I had 0 plates, and I could pick any one plate from the game, it would be a Piper plate, for sure. That's how much I like them. Like, that's how good I think they are. And it's not just that they're good on like 1 or 2 people. They're good on so many people. So, like Regal, it makes next level. Like 2 weeks ago. I probably did, New Age. I can't remember. I love Piper plates. They're so good. I don't use the one drip plate I have really hardly ever. So yeah, Bubba's awesome. Bizzo. You and McMenemy, man, that hurts me so bad. Especially you. You play like really hard, Bizzo. You've played a long time. That really hurts me for you. Like, I can't explain it because, like, if anyone deserves a Piper plate. Yeah, Chris. It bothers me for you, Bizzo. Okay, back to the roster thing. Anyway, restate. Bubba's pretty darn good that way, and I think he's really underrated. I'm sorry, Telvin. Yeah, I mean, everyone makes the best choice they can at the time. It's... Yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's just... That one, like, it's such a strong plate. Probably, Timmy. They're all super useful. You can put them on a lot of people. Like, a lot of people. Yeah. I mean, Regal is still... You can run Regal triple green and still hit really hard. Ah, Bizzo. Oh, yeah, Sean, absolutely. Entourage is not hard. Hey, Bills Mafia, I'm great. How are you, buddy? I feel like maybe it's been a minute since I talked to you, Bills Mafia. I hope you're doing well. Brett is only 35%, can easily be sub for Strowman. Actually, it's a super easy entourage setup. NWO Hogan's the hardest. You won't really even notice between Brett and Strowman or Zombie Sammy. It's a really friendly setup. Really, really friendly. This just makes it so 2-3 matches can load you in feud, so you don't have to do stupid matchy match nonsense. But decent gem damage strap, sheriff's badge. My boy Bubba's really underrated. No problem, Sean. If you guys want to see the whole video, I can link it, or you can just go to my channel. That's okay, Bill's Mafia. It's always good to see you when I do, though. I just wanted to let you know, man. Don't ever feel bad if you're missing streams. I'm happy whenever people can show up. Okay, restate. Did I sell you on Bubba for your tricksters? Does that solve your trickster dilemma? You already have the other best 2 at gold, so if you wanted to get better at trickster for dudes, I feel like that's your best option by far, and that's why. No, probably not, New Age. Let's see what else he has, just to be safe. What is Mosh's trainer at 6-star? It's not exciting, is it? That's fair, Bizzo. That's fair. Those gem chuckers come in handy. It's a decent one for Charlotte in place of a jade plate. Solo needs dripping moment for gold, so he's not really in contention for anything. Like I said at the start, he's just a trainer at this point. Useful 6-star trainers. You got Sammy. Rosie's kind of useful, not really. Kamas is kind of useful, not really. Mosh you have is super good. Gunther's trainer's amazing. Yeah, Moshi's got high enough. Mosh is incredible. One of the most underrated trainers in the game. He's a MVP on a couple builds that make people just hit so much harder with Mosh than they would do with anything else. Barrett for botches. You probably won't use him on anyone, though. But Barrett for botches. Theory for leech gems, 100%. Also, leech gems suck, so you probably won't use it on anyone, but it's good to have in case. Akam should go to 5-star gold. I think Andrade is also 5-star gold for their trainers. There's a ton in Trickster. Be careful with your tokens. It's really easy to run out of them. Andrade 6-star bronze? Okay, thank you. I think that kind of covers Tricksters. Restate said it'll take him 6-star gold during X Talent Up. So, okay. Do you feel good about your Tricksters, then, and your ladies so far? I won't recommend it. So, for me, stip tours are a do daily as quick as you can, get the most you can, be efficient, but don't dump precious resources into it. And one of the single most precious resources in this game, one of the hardest commodities to get in this game, literally it takes years, is an IOW token. The heck, mouse. You can only buy them one place, and you should buy them every single day. No matter what level you are in the game, buy this token every day without fail. No matter what you do, buy this every day. If it's 10, go buy a lottery ticket. One of the single most important things you can do is buy this token every single day. Don't miss. Oh, dang, Bill's Mafia, that's awesome. Congrats, buddy. If you have extra cash, I would even do 1 refresh a day. And buy that. That's awesome, Josh. Most days on my account, I do 1 refresh and buy it twice. Yeah. This has been the same since what, 5-star bronze was max? We've never got an increase on these. They're the hardest thing to get. If you were buying them every day, it would take you like 3 or 4 years to level up all the IOW tokens. You need these like so bad. Priority wise, I feel like to me, because it's energy based and there's no way you're getting more energy. So from a straight efficiency standpoint, I feel like the showdown ones are the best at this point. Feud saves a ton of time, so I would put that third. I would put boss fourth, and I would put stipulation last. Stipulation you should play every day. You should get everything you can. You should 100% take Finn Balor to 6-star bronze because he's the MVP of Stip. The Demon, super easy setup. These 2 moves, fast, easy, done. Oh, yes, I will. And run him like this if you can. If you don't have Santa, take one of these 2 out and put Blue MP. Yeah, Showdown leaderboard, if you're smart, if you're efficient, if you time it right, if you level your promoters, is the easiest leaderboard in this game. Because so many don't. That's why I'm so big on showdown stuff. People are like, don't tell people, Merrick's, it'll make it harder for you. I don't care. All right. Do you feel good about the Strikers restate? Or not Strikers, I'm sorry, Tricksters? And we can start at Strikers. And what time are we at? We got 36 minutes, so we're doing okay. You're good. These are 2 great ones. You're great. You're good. A++. Brett's worth taking to silver, but focus shards could be a thing. Oh, Balor build? Yeah. It's really simple, to be honest. I did a video on it. I said use this guy for stips. Just these 2 moves. You can put whatever third one in. I mean, like, I usually use, like, you could do, like, this one during green, but it's not worth it because you're going to get a pin. Literally, just use these 2 moves. Go fast. I 3-starred everything on my account today this way. Stip took me, like, I didn't use any props. Stip took me, I think, 15 or 20 minutes total. And I'm, like, rank in the 100, low 100s, which is basically the same as being rank 500 or being rank 10. So leaderboards, like, the people get really weird about Stip. I don't understand it. If you're first, it pays out decent, but I mean, like, you would need every single thing maxed. You'd need to be using props, and you need to be spending hours. So don't do that. That's not efficient. It's also, I mean, whatever. If you want to do that, I guess do that, but it's not efficient. Not a good use of your time. Okay. These 2 are great. Obviously. So Andre with moments, good, but like these 2 are both safe. I'll only talk about if it's a trainer or somebody that can be on that level. Brett to silver, focus shards are a huge thing. Strowman's up for his trainer, that's good. Goldberg's up for his trainer. Bischoff, probably high enough. Drew's up for his trainer. Not really a big deal right now. At some point for the move damage is not meta right now, so it's not really a big deal, but it's worth noting if you need talent up. Seth with all his gears is fun, but not better than these 2 anyway, so not really a big deal. DDP is okay. He's not amazing. I prefer him over Kurt, though. Ollie needs moment gear. Both to be really good. Then he's really good, but he's not fast, so your other 2 are still better. Ollie just hits harder. Yeah. Yep, modern is a good time. Absolutely. Who's modern? I don't know who we were talking about. But if he's modern now, is a good time. Alpha. Alpha has 30% blue? No, Finn is PG, I think. PG or reality. Finn's reality. Alpha has 30% blue gem damage. Needs to go 6-star bronze. 30% blue gem damage is really hard to get in this game. There are not a lot of trainers that offer 30% blue gem damage. You will probably use Alpha a lot because there's a lot of blue gem damage people. Him to 6-star bronze is important. Breeze is high enough. Those I think are fine. Sid's a stip enforcer. Enforcers are worth working on for sure. Enforcers are huge. Promoters don't, but enforcers, yes. He was today's give you more points for breaking multiply gems, so he was big today. I leveled him up. Gem loader for showdown doesn't need to go up. Just make sure he's high enough to generate the gems. I don't know what level it is, but enough for Balor. If you're using Balor for stip, which you should be. That looks good at striker. Powerhouse is tough for a lot of people. You got Cody, so you're good. You need to get Roxanne for Cody eventually. You're close, though, I think you said, so that's fine. Other stuff in the meantime, he's got plenty of stuff. If you want... So when I was talking about middle lane, you want someone to hit hard and fast and be good. Zombie Cody with gear is a good example of that. He can hit for like 80 million at gold with a middle lane in his gear. So he's one of those people that I would... And quickly. He's one of those people... It's 3 clicks. I don't think you have to touch the gem board, if I'm not mistaken. He's one of those people that would be worth a middle lane. So he'd be worth considering for a middle lane because he's super fast. And you have tons of Titan plates. So I know they're both modern, but this is probably going to be a really solid option. Plus, you know, zombies. They're required during zombie month. And they're zombies. They're cool. No, I don't like Farouk at gold at all, personally. Probably not. Nope. Razar's fun, but you have Cody at focus now, so no reason. Other than get his trainer up, which I think he needs 6-star bronze for his trainer. I don't have Ryback. Boogie's not unless he's 6-star bronze. Boogie is 30% black gem damage, so he's very worth taking up, much like Alpha. If he's not 6-star bronze, he's not high enough. I went by him. Where is he? Thanks, Chris. Yeah, take Boogie up. Buy him right now, New Age, and then go buy a lottery ticket. Send some of that love my way. Brutus trainer's really good. Worth taking up for his trainer too. So work on Brutus too. Well, they're kind of niche, but super useful. Bulldog's high enough, which is good. That's important. Bulldog trainer is awesome. 2 red MP, 45% red gem damage, super clutch MP trainer. 2 MP trainer. If you guys haven't leveled him up, you should. He's amazing. Is Hall high enough for his generate gems? I think that's high enough, so you're fine there. Tricksters we did. Acros generally suck for people. You got Wes. I'm assuming you have the moment. Devon with the Judgment Day plate is pretty dang good. You have a Judgment Day plate, but you also have one for Wes who's pretty dang good. So I think Wes is better than Devon if you have the moment personally. Yes, it would, kid. Oh, dude, New Age. Tater tot casserole is yummy. Is super yummy. Super duper yummy. Now I'm hungry. Yeah, Wes, Judgment Day plate, and actually playing for turn 2 with Wes with the Judgment Day plate ends up being faster, I feel like, a lot of times. Anyway, you can hit for like 70 million turn 2 if you want with Wes and the Judgment Day plate, or you can hit for 55 million turn 1, whatever you prefer. Both are great. Sadly, this pains me so much to say. I have tried and I have looked. Sammy's 6-star for his trainer, and that's it. He's just so mid. I actually feel like tearing up when I say that. Yeah, Z-plate on Wes, correct. Z-plate, 100% strap. Braun, Lawler, Santa Hogan for turn 1, 55 million damage in feud. Turn 2 is Sherry, Lawler, Gunther, MP down. It's like 72 million turn 2. or Judgment Day plate, then you don't need the MP down. It literally almost brings a tear to my eye. He is so mid. So mid. He's like Tiffany, but he got no love. I am too, dude. Like, you give me any reason to take my Sammy Gold, and I will do it. Like, anything. But he's so... His Cascade risky build hits for 45 million. That's it. I did not, kid. He would probably be good, though. I just used Balor because he was fast. He'd probably be good, though. Yeah, it's... If he gets a moment, like, for the Snowfall build, that's, like, Merrick's proof, then I would be all over Sammy. But that only does, like, 30 million. And that's not enough at all. Like, he's just bad. And the Cascade risk one is only 45 million. With 100% strap. It's just bad. That's a good shout, kid. Yeah. He's not good. He's just okay. And then, like, probably the biggest disappointment, like, especially the way he was released, I thought he would end up being way better. Anyway, doesn't matter. He needs some love. He's not good. That's not what this is about, though. It makes me sad, though. It does make me sad. Shelton was really good for the blue stip thing if you had Eternal Vigilance plate to throw on him. Doesn't really need gold, but it's worth shouting for the Marquee Tour last week. He was very good. He was able to 3-star it easily with he could 3-star with Eternal Vigilance and plate and no props at all for the Marquee. I think, was it the Marquee that used that? Was he Marquee? Anyway, whichever one was Pyro Gems as well. He 3-starred no problem with an Eternal Vigilance in, like, but it's a ton of clicks. It's so slow. Oh, so slow. Balor, like I said, 6-star bronze all the way for stip. He's gonna cover these. Like, he's the MVP of stip so far. Take him 6-star bronze ASAP. Do your stips, get your free stuff. He's just super fast, right? Yeah, Chris. Samuel hit for 35 million and 47 million instead. I'm a nerd. Julius is awesome, yeah. Julius is great. Love Julius. Did we get to text yet? No, we haven't got to text yet. Yeah, probably, Baloo. I would guarantee you. Also, show setup for Finn again? Yeah, I left it up on the screen. There you go. Restate, I got some stuff for you for Showboat. Some pretty good stuff, actually. Do you have one gear for Hall of Fame Ray? There's your Finn Balor setup. They did. Showboat Batista is the one promoter most people have leveled up because he was actually a good fighter for a long time. I loved using him back in the day. You do? Okay. Do you have an affiliation for Showboats for Feud, by the way? Anyway, either way, if you want a backup Feud guy, recommend... Oh, how many gears for Waller? How many gears for Waller? As well. 0, 1, or 2. I have 0 on my account. How many gears for Waller? There's your gold pull. This is probably also a gold pull. 1? Okay. That looks like it was a silver pull. You have Cena high enough, right? I think that's high enough. What's KO's trainer? I don't remember what Showboat KO does, but he's a newer one. I feel like he might need to go higher. I don't remember what his trainer does, though, so maybe it's not good. Why do I not remember? Does it suck that much that I don't remember? What does Showboat KO do for a trainer? Okay, so that seems useful. That'll be useful when it's useful. Yeah, so I'd work out, plus he's a legend. So I'd work on him too to 6-star bronze. Um, you have an extra Piper plate laying around. Do you know the tricolor build for Ray that hits ridiculously hard restate with a Piper plate? If you can run 2 showboats, and you have 1 Ray gear, you have Brawn Breaker, so you have all the pieces. They've been giving out a lot of Hall of Fame straps, so it's very possible you have a big gem damage Hall of Fame strap. He's got a Funkadelic build that is quite good with his gear. And a Piper plate. Saving entourages is really nice. What's your best strap for Ray? Gem damage. 20, 40, 60, 10. Give me your best. Apparently... Yeah. Hey, Yitz, how are you, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while either, I don't think, Yitz. I hope you're doing well. Maybe I pissed you off and I don't know about it. If I did, I'm sorry. Awesome. Move damage only? Okay, I'll put a 0% strap on. Boy, that sounds inappropriate. Did I go past Brawn? We want Brawn. If you never... It might be a little bit different. I don't know what this will look like with a 0% strap, to be honest, so this is good. Okay, let me double check the MP. I don't know if we need Santa for this. He starts with 2, I think, with 1 gear. 2 MP? 2. So we have 2... 4 is 6, and our turn is 7. So we don't need Santa. Perfection. They do. It's super annoying. You have both of these guys. Let's just do this for ease of use. Why not? They're going to turn yellow, so actually this should be Brett. You have Brett. Brett will be 35% better. Whatever. We're just going to go with this. Not 35%. 10% better. Math is hard. And we don't care if they kick. It doesn't really matter what's set up. Is this? Let's take down, so it's not set up. It doesn't matter. Let's use a move defense. Why not? Okay, and I'm not going to do a bunch of annoying fluffles where you have to hit a bunch of moves. You have a good enough roster that you shouldn't be doing 5-match, 3-match fluffaluffagus stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to use somebody with the roster you have, they need to just get their crap done and move on. If they can't get their crap done and move on, then don't use them. You don't need to take risks with the roster you have. That's just not smart. So he either can do enough with this for you or he can't. You do have a Piper plate laying around. Is there a primary plate I care about for this, guys? I don't think so. Let me know if there is. But I don't think so. Yeah, move defense? Whoever thought of putting that on there? Has move defense ruined more strap rolls for you guys? Like, every strap in an event contest, at least half of them are move defense. I swear. I swear it rolls move defense at least half the time. Alright, I'm not going to freak out about that. But, like, half of the... No, I'm going to freak out about that. Half of the time, they freaking roll move defense. It's super... It is troll. Yes. You're like, oh boy, we get 6 straps this contest? Let me open them up. I got 3 move defense, 2 skip turns, and an anti-stun. That's going to come in handy. Oh yeah, that's great, New Age. Yeah, gotta love that. Okay, I haven't played this in a minute. Doesn't really matter the order you click the moves. It's whatever your superstition is. I feel like the move I click first puts the most gems on the bottom. I don't know why that is. So I click this one first all the time. It's just a stupid superstition. Nothing to back that up. And this is really random. Brother Ray. That's a fact. I get it. Yeah, that's funny. And then break these things. So try to get as many, obviously, columns as you can. So that row break gets 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see this is typical Merrick's with random stuff. All of the rows suck, pretty much. I did that wrong. I missed one because I'm a terrible player. There, 62 million even with a terrible strap. So, this is a... And me misplaying it. That's 62 mil with the terrible strap and me misplaying it. So that's another showboat option for you. If you want it. Yeah, I don't know, like, so obviously you're going to use Regal. Regal does what Regal does, but you need one gear. You don't need two. The second gear isn't helping this, but you do need one and Braun Breaker to run this nicely. You don't need 17k Santa, though. And when you get a really good board, which I probably won't, it goes really crazy. Obviously, the better the strap, the harder this hits, because you're talking about very buffed multiplies with the pyro thingamajig. One on the bottom is not ideal, but 3 match here. That gets the middle row. This gets these 3. That gets those, so we're just missing this one. So that's pretty decent-ish. It's like kind of like Regal Light. Hall of Fame Ray is kind of like Regal Light. 77 million there, right? And that's with a gem defense strap. You don't need to futz around, really. Just throw your stuff, make your match, and so that's a really good power or showboat option for you. And that's why, with what you have, with an extra Piper plate laying around, that's a spot I would consider as an option. Don't just do it automatically, though, because Piper plate is in really high demand. Everyone this month needs one, so don't necessarily just take Ray up, right? But that's a good option. Other option, if when you get an extra Jade plate, since you have one Waller gear, especially when you get 2 Waller gears. This account has 2 Waller gears, but Waller triple green is very fast and pretty fun, and he's also super great for boss battle. So if you have somebody that has 100% strap for Waller, because he's modern era and it's easier to get, you have a big roster, so I think there's a good chance you have 100% gem damage strap or will get one soonish. This is kind of worth showing, in my opinion, if you guys have not seen Waller triple green with the Jade plate. Especially now that Jade plates are also in feud bags, there's certainly going to be more of them floating around. Okay, and when you get 2 gears, this gets extra spicy. 2 gear Waller is awesome for boss. Also keep in mind, in boss battle, the Jade plate will proc off of the sub, so it won't be wasted in boss battle. And if you do the event, they're buy the event straps for the month long, you know, the midweek prize wall, that can roll genderless. Waller and Jade Cargill share Jade plate usage. You could swap that strap between them and never move the plate. So that's also an option. So basically, Waller's second gear is going to give you Sherry multiplies, so times 4. So I'll run it without Sherry, and that's what you would do, and how hard you would hit right now. And then I'll put Sherry on and show you when you get the second gear what it would look like. It's much better with both gears, for sure. What do you want me to say about The Miz, Cancer? I can absolutely talk about The Miz. What do you want to know, though? So, if they ever give us one of these in green, that would go great on Waller with 1 gear. Without it, you're still using, what's-his-face? You're still using Steel without it, but then you don't need Santa. And then this would be Sherry, but we're not going to use Sherry right now. And then you would use Brett again would be used. Because he's 70% multiplying green. Is Miz good for boss? It's yellow gems. Not the, or he makes yellow gems. Not this boss, no. He's good when it's yellow gems, right? Miz makes yellow gems, correct? Or when there's a yellow shield. It's yellow he makes, not green, right? We don't yet. When we get 2 green MP, 1 multiply, restate, that would be great with Sherry. We don't have it yet, but then that would be clutch, right? That would absolutely be clutch. Until we get one, you're stuck using Steel. This is Steel. You just can't see it. And then you can use Mem here. This is where it gets tricky, because you're making so many green gems and 21 multiplies. Is Mem better? Is Ozzy better? I think Mem is probably better. I haven't tested it, though, to be honest, so you'd have to mess around with that. But this will give you an idea. No one's used Mem here. Interesting. That's fine. So this is what you'd hit for now, which isn't going to be nearly as impressive as when you can use Sherry. Also, it would probably help if I put freaking medals on, or it really won't be impressive. But Waller is criminally underrated, basically, for all levels of players. He is great on a free-to-play account. One of the few, you can't say this about a lot of posters in the game. They're great on a free account, and they're also great on a big account. Waller brings a ton to the table. Just super useful on all sorts of accounts. You know what I mean? That's one of the things I love about Waller. He's incredible for boss. Yeah, he's got, if you like subs, he's got ridiculously good sub that leaves multiply gems. He's got so many plate options. It's ridiculous. Like, you can run, and just so many ways you can run him. He's good at blue boss. He's good at green boss. He can break a green gem shield like crazy. He can feud with this setup when you get everything. I love Waller, actually, in real life, too. As far as, like, wrestling, I don't know him personally, right? But wrestling, anyway, it's really fast. It's just a row break. It's so close, too, to being able to use Maze Plate. If Maze Plate was break 6 yellow gems, oh, that would be so good on Waller. But 7, you're going to cascade all the time, so don't ever mess with it. Not smart. Don't do it. Just row break and hope you don't pull a Merrick's. So again, this would be with 1 gear, and it's not going to be as impressive when we add 2 gears, but it's still not bad. That's 44 million with 1 gear. That's not bad for how fast it is. And when you add the 2nd gear, and you have Sherry, which you do, it gets more impressive. Obviously. I think it hits right around 60. And the primary plate's doing nothing on this one. This isn't doing anything. Right now, there's not a primary plate that's going to really work with this. You could hope. What you could do, if you had it and you wanted to, you could put the May plate on, do a row break that breaks 6, and hope you clip 1 yellow somewhere. 1st gear adds 3 MP, correct. 2nd gear adds 4 multiply. So that was simulating 1 gear. Big fan of this poster. So if you had the May plate, oh, no problem, great. You could hope you clipped an extra yellow, or if you were a gambler, which I'm not, you could also do a row break and 3 break and hope you don't cascade. The risk is not worth the drip for just some non-multiply green gems, just FYI. I cascaded anyway, so we'll be doing that again. Because, you know, that's what I do. I cascade. You know what? Give me my turn back so I can force close. Also, showboats are awesome. 84 million frickin' health. Give me all that HP. Alright. Alright. Quit. That's the downside, but it is added versatility. It's not Merrick's proof like Ray, but it is added versatility that he brings to the table besides boss, and it's super quick. Until you cascade, which is why I stay away from anything cascadey. But it is a fun option at Showboat, and I think he's criminally underrated in feud too. Like boss, I think a lot of people at this point know he's really good, but he has feud options too. Also, do you have Ministry Taker? He's also extremely good. Gem damage with the Acolyte moment. This should do like 60 mil. Oh, better. We got a good cascade. 65 mil. So yeah, Waller is really good 2 gears with the Jade Plate. Awesome, Noah. Good deal. I hope that works well for you. Let's see. Back to the rest of your roster. So that's Waller. Waller and Ray are both interesting at Showboat, and that's the whys of it. I think I got like 8 minutes until Professor. We're gonna be close, but I think we got this. Um, yeah, at Showboat, you're really good, honestly. He's okay, but I think Ray's better. Um, you're basically at this point, your only like upgrades are speed to Regal, right? No one's gonna hit harder than Regal, period. So your only upgrades are speed, and Rex Regum or Vader or Seth would be speed upgrades to Regal, but not damage. So would Tuso. Tuso with gear can two click super hard, but it is a three match at the bottom. So there are plenty of people that will rate Tuso higher than like Rex or Seth or Vader. I probably drop him just a little bit because I'll cascade with the three match. I know I will. So for me, I just prefer no cascade because I kind of, when I'm feuding, I get in his zone and then I don't worry about it and then I'm just going. And you guys ever feel like once one thing goes wrong, maybe it's because you get triggered. Yeah, exactly, Blue. Maybe it's because you get triggered or what, but then like it spirals. It's never just one thing. Like if you cascade once, I feel like then you're cascading the next time and the next time. It feels like it to me it feels like it's always comes in bunches. Anyway, that's my logic there. But Tusos is incredibly good. There's five, potentially six, but really you got Regal, Tuso, Rex Regum, Vader, and Seth. Those guys are like Regal's the slowest of them, but by far hits the hardest, and he's not that slow, so don't think I'm knocking him. Then you have Ministry Taker that can one shot with a good gem damage setup, no problem. Merrick's proof. It's a little bit clicky, but not super bad. You got Waller that can one shot very quickly, but has cascade risk. There's probably you got Hall of Fame Ray that can one shot. That's 8 Showboats plus, and I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody that can easily one shot. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack, how are you, Ducky Schultz? So there's like over 8 Showboats in the game that literally can one shot anybody in feud pretty much, and are all very fast. It's kind of crazy. All right, Tex, Julius, good. You know what he does. You got Cody. Gunther, I'm assuming, was probably a pull, or you were messing around with him, or took him gold before. Miz is super cascade prone. Honestly, he hits hard enough at silver. You probably don't need to take him gold. Dom really needs to be 6-star bronze for when you need to chuck the extra blue gems. Really no reason not to at this point. It's probably not very often you're going to need them, but when you need them, you need them, and it really should happen. Like, no reason not to, I would say at this point. Unless you're for some reason tech token starved, then just wait, but yes. So, Ministry of Darkness Taker, he can just run the multiplies and the 2 purple moves, right? Drop your multiplies on 2 columns and then make them yellow. You're going to want yellow gem generate, which is, unfortunately, Hall of Fame Booker or Zombie Steamboat. No, just purple. Now you choose yellows into the multiplies with a Nightmare Plate. If you want to do 1 extra turn, you can, or 1 extra click, you can also put the cross breaks and blow up the whole board, which ends up being a little bit more damage. And or if you get the Roman Reigns Sun, so 100% strap, Nightmare Plate, and assuming you have Zombie Steamboat for the extra yellow gems, you can literally fill in the 2 columns for like 65 million. It's drop the 2 columns, it's 2 moves, drop the 2 columns, and then choose the yellows into it for about 65 million. If you add in the Roman Reigns plate, the ultimate, and then drop the cross breaks and then blow up the board, it's probably like 75 million. Alternatively, you can do what you said, purple, yellow, load the finisher, have the big finisher damage, and then choose the purple multiplies into it. You can do that. It doesn't take as crazy as stuff. It does have cascade risk. It's a little bit longer. That hits super hard too. I think the finisher will do like 20 million for you, or very near, and then you get the gem damage on top of it. And if you have Bubba's glasses, At Ultimate, you can click that adds the extra 100%, and then you're going to go even higher with that. So anyway, not today because I need to finish this up in Professor streaming in 3 minutes. If you are on my stream, which I'll probably my stream on my channel might be late tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment about an hour before I stream, so it might be late. I will happily show you on there, or next Tuesday on here. If you remind me, I'll happily show you next Tuesday. But Julius was great. If you get Ilya, take him to the moon. Cowboy Bob's fun. Doesn't need to go. Though Punk's coach, trainer's useful. Punk's okay. Right on, Thunder. We'll do it then. Razor, if you've seen the video, super clicky, but Merrick's proof. If you got the stuff, you get an extra jade plate. That's a target for that potentially. Super fun. Yes, Gear and Moment Tech Razor is awesome. I posted a video of that. You can check that out, Thunda. But basically, Gear and Moment maxed out at gold. You're probably looking at 70 to 80 million in feud with 100% strap. 65-ish, 60 to 65 with a 50, maybe a little more. Then you throw the jade plate on, and it goes way, way up. So very, very good. A little bit clicky, but super safe. Really easy to run. Awesome. Very good. Nice. Yeah. You'll love him then. If you search my YouTube channel, Merrick's Gaming, I got several videos of him. That'll show you. Patterson, I think you just got, probably. He's coach's or trainer's decent. Booker T's green gem damage now. You can take him up if you want. But Lex is high enough. Punk we talked about. Vinci's high enough. I think that's it. Oh, awesome, dude. Appreciate it very much. Oh, well, I'm sorry for that. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, man. I like hearing that. Hopefully it's useful content. Hopefully it helps. That's what I try to do most of the time when my head's not up my butt, you know? So, yeah. Your techs look really good. Julius is awesome. If you get Ilya, obviously take him up. But your techs look great too, Restate. Oh, yeah. Acro West is much better than Hogan. Oh, Logan? Yes. In general, yes. But maybe some caveats to that. It's, depending on what you have, Logan can do some interesting stuff. In general, yes. But there's always some potential caveats. Okay, Restate. It's okay. Julius is awesome. Do you have 100% strap for Julius? Because this is something I'm going to test in Feud. Professor, it'll take a couple minutes, then we'll rate him. Let me show you something that I'm working on. If you have 100% strap for Julius, if you max him out. And I'm hoping this will work in Feud. It's going to be really close. Like, really, really close. This is a powerhouse. Okay. The gear won't matter for what we're going to two-click Restate. In a perfect world, we would have the, I call it the BPP plate, but it's the Bubba's Glasses Ultimate. Neither of us have it. We need it. Because I think in Feud, Julius can two-click most people with just these two moves. And screw the multiplies. What was the entourage I liked best when I was no, wrong move. I want this up. We're doing this 2 clicks. 2 clicks or bust. It's so close. Yeah, dude, I need it too. For the, like, 2 clicks is really close though if you have 100% strap. Especially if you buy steps. Like with the extra 50% gem damage, that'll be enough. Because that's basically, I mean, that'll be enough. But I don't like advocating for that or doing that, and I usually don't buy steps. Just if I'm chasing a leaderboard, I will sometimes. But we want Gunther. This is like full out balls to the walls. everything purple you can. Also hunt really big purple substats. My account has like 40% in purple substats on my Julius. Yeah, you're just watching me find trainers right now. But yes, you were. And I want to say Steamboat was better here when I was testing this. Jade or Cody, you have Jade, it doesn't matter, Jade or Cody. And I want to say it was Steamboat ended up being better than double purple. Even better. Doesn't really matter because we won't have enough traps. It's all the same. You have him too. Any of them work. And then I think it was Steamboat. Is so close to being too clickable. Thanks, Big Show. So close. These plates are doing nothing for him. Like, we just, only the Bubba's glasses would for this. But it's really close. West with Moment is triple blue. Yets. 2 ways of running it. Braun, Lawler, Santa, and Gunther with a Z plate. We'll do 50. See, that's 50 million outside of feud. That's 50 million outside of feud with 2 clicks. That will take out everybody mostly except Showboats. And if we added Bubba's glasses on top of that, it would take, you just stay away from Showboats, and I think you can 2-click with this. Also, like I said, I have better substats. My purple substats are almost 40%, I think, on Merrick's. So if you hunt purple substats restate, I literally think you can get this 2-click with 100% strap the majority of the time, and it's super fast. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, Wes, yes. That one was worse because we didn't connect quite as well. So yeah, that's 1 for Wes, and then you just turn 1, 55 million, all 3 moves with a Z plate, 100% strap, that setup. The other option is set up for turn 2. You run Lawler, you just put the countdowns out, you run Lawler, Sherry, if you have Sherry, and then your 2 multiply trainers, if you have a Judgment Day plate. If you don't have a Judgment Day plate, run MP reduction. Turn 2, that's like 70 million. Right? So you just put your countdowns out, swipe, it refills all your moves, throw them out, hit it, win. So those are the 2 ways to run Wes, either Judgment Day plate or MP down coaches for turn 2. Otherwise, turn 1, if you have Santa Hogan, Braun, Lawler, you can do like 55 million with 100% strap and a Z plate. So those are the West builds with the moment that I like. That should be better. Yeah, 46 mil. So it's really close, restate, to being 2-clickable, depending on your substats. So I would keep that in your back pocket, because that's really fast, right? Really fast. Who did I just say had it? Watch out for Terry Funk, though. Watch out for Terry Funk in feud. Professor should be live now. I think I'll call that a stream. Restate, hopefully did okay with your roster today. Yeah, hopefully we'll do another one next week. Nice. So it might be worth trying to see if you can. See what it looks like in feud that way, because that's obviously super fast. Don't need to touch the board. Good times, right? Good times. No problem, buddy. I enjoy these. That was fun. You have a lot of good stuff to work with. So it makes it pretty easy to find good stuff. And it's fun to demo some of the posters you have that you can run, you know? I enjoy that. Thanks, Brother Ray, you too. Let's get Professor rated so you guys can win some crap. Free stuff. Free stuff's good. He's the nice CC. He does giveaways. I'm the grumpus. Who doesn't? Usually. Every once in a while. Thanks, Big Show. Right on, Bunders. Thank you so much. No, not crack. Crap. With a P. Not crack. We don't, on the official channel, we don't support that. Noah might, since he loves Coke, but Yeah, freak. Tell Professor Merrick said that. Aw, Gumsy. I heart you, Gumsy. Also, I can't wait for Fallout 76, the new change to the legendaries, Gumsy. No RNG. I can craft the stats I want. Oh! Yeah, Josh, nailed it. Merrick's Gaming brought to you by. Have a good night, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for being on.
Exactly. Yeah, suffocation, no breathing. Yeah, that's the closest I can get in the meantime. And here comes the raid. Felix, hi, how are you? What's up, big show? 44 viewers in on the raid. Merrick's, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the WWE Champions channel. Drink it in, man. Shell gifting that over to Tank Daddy. Thank you, Shell, for gifting that over. Appreciate you so much. Welcome in, Raiders. No, I'm actually feeling good today. I'm just tired today. Feeling tired, Merrick's. Joe Hendry. What's happening, Restate? Thank you again, Shell, for gifting that over. Josh, hey, bro, what is up? We give away the new moment. Ooh, that could be interesting.